What's going on, YouTube? Raw Life back with another Grand Lethal Saga entry. This time we are doing the Triple Gateway Lufania Plus. This is the CPU raid event, Shadow's debut event. We brought Porom and Shadow. I blued my Shadow. He's been so much fun. Kind of wanted to do a little Shadow showcase. Also, kind of want dodge or defense ignore here, and he does both. So it was kind of fun bringing. I think this is the first time we've brought a synergy character with us for Zidane Saga, but it was worth it because it was really fun. Actually, no, we brought Garnet to her event too. Oops, synergy everywhere. Anyway, Shadow is blue, and I'm having so much fun with him. He's a dodge counter character, follow-up damage, defense ignore. It was really awesome. He doesn't have perfect evasion. It's like 70% or something, so you'll see me kind of spamming his AA on his free turns. He gets free turns after his LD and whenever he dodges, so you'll see me kind of leaning on that AA and getting the 100% evasion rate from that throughout the fight. As you see right there, he did not have his AA up and he got hit, so he didn't check the orb on the first hit. The orb is only on the main target. Dodge, if you dodge an attack, does a lot, adds the orb like 6 or something. If you hit it with defense ignore damage, so anyone who can ignore defense, that will keep it at the same, so it's +1. So Shadow just kind of dominates this fight. As you'll see, this was quick work, honestly. We really didn't need the twins friend. It made it a little faster, a little easier, but this was easily handled with green Zidane and blue Shadow and blue Porom, believe it or not. But anyway, the orb gets really tight here, but defense ignore, like I said, hits it, and A was about to move, and Shadow had his AA up, so I went ahead and hit him with the defense ignore to keep the orb at 1, and then he dodged both attacks, and see the orb jumped all the way up to 12. So good times. Zidane is here just to delete the left node. I guess it's the right node for him, but whatever. C. He's here for C. We don't want to delete everyone too much because obviously the orb check here is to dodge, so they need some turns. But C does a lot of annoying stuff, buffing and healing the other two orbs, the other two nodes. So we're kind of tearing up the Death Star here in the middle. We attack him almost every time, even when there's launches available on the others. You don't want to kill the nodes before you kill the big guy. So lots of stuff that kind of felt counterintuitive in this run, ignoring launches on people who were launchable, or attacking the middle guy when we should have been attacking the other guys. But that was all part of the the strategy here. We want to keep C from moving, so Zidane's deleting him nonstop, and Shadow is just tearing up B. As you can see, his damage is just outrageous. I mean, he's properly supported right here. I think Porom still has Kate Sith call up, and Porom obviously is great support, and he's also blue armor and synergy. So keep all that in mind when you're watching the work Shadow does here, but he's really, really good. We had a fun time on the live stream Monday. Real quick, let me tell you guys about the live stream Mondays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv/livestreamdefo. We're going to be doing a little weekly YouTube recap, short little episode showing you guys what you missed if you missed it. Kind of like a highlight show. It'll be called the live stream burst phase. So you can expect those burst phases to start showing up this week, and hopefully get one out every week with the highs and the lows from the previous episode. Anyway, back to business. The orb is kind of low again. It's at 2, but Shadow, of course, has his AA up, and A is about to attack, so he misses Shadow, and it pumps the orb up to 7. This team's kind of a little bit brain dead, just keeping Shadow's AA up, letting A and B move enough to satisfy the orb, and keeping Zidane deleting the healing orb over there, C, and that's it. Shadow, if you notice, I have Zach Call on him. Zach Call is really, really good for Shadow. He has lock in his kit, but to have on-demand AoE 4-turn lock is really nice. So you'll see I use both of Zach's calls throughout this run to great effect, really, because you want the single target attacks to always be aiming at Shadow, and you want his AA always up so he's at 100% evasion. And as you can see, he does everything you need in this fight, so it's almost like it was built for him. Kind of weird. 12 on the orb, 53% for the middle guy, 53% on C2, so we're kind of a little cautious there. We do not want to kill the ads before we kill the big boy, so we're going to start trying to focus down the big boy even faster, saving the friend's twin and the summon for late in the fight, because as you can see, the turn count is 60 or 65 maybe, I don't know. We got plenty of turns. Zidane's burst effect going most of this fight. He's green, of course, so that helps. But see me spamming that AA every now and then. That's big brain shit right there. That's what you tune in for. Get some more launch damage in here. The main guy's at 44%, and from here it's kind of a quick home stretch, because I really want to burn down B as fast as possible, while leaving C and A alive, but we don't want them to have too much health left, so it's a kind of methodical process of back and forth, letting A and B move and keeping C away. There you see me throw on my second lock call from Zach for Shadow. Love that little combo. I'm going to be using Shadow quite a bit, I believe. Overhead guy just let his overhead fall off. Oh no. Don't worry. EX reapplies it. So we're all good. But there you go. There's your meme. Overhead guy let his overhead fall off once again. We're going to use Zidane's burst finisher now. Keep his BT phase rolling. And we'll eventually switch him out for twins just to wrap the fight up faster. We really didn't need to. We had plenty of turns left, but we get those low turn counts. Like Clay. Shout out Clay at Dystopia. Low turn count equals good run. That's what I've been told. Just look at that. Look at that damage. And he's doing really great damage, but you also have to consider the fact how many turns he's taking. I mean, he is doing that level of damage every turn. He's getting free turns every time he dodges. It just straight up damage wise, I would like to do some research. If someone in the comments could help me out, Shadow may be, over the course of a battle, properly equipped, he may be one of the best single target DPSs in the game, if not the best. I know he's only 200k 300k here and there, but what you got to think is he's doing it over and over and over throughout the battle. So I'm a big fan of Shadow already. First fight I've used him in, obviously, since his LD release, but I'm really enjoying it, and he's dominating, and I love it. Before we bring in the twins and just absolutely demolish the end of this fight, don't forget to like and subscribe. Working on building the channel a little bit. We do the live stream every Mondays, but I also put a considerable number of runs up on my YouTube personally. Obviously the Zidane saga, the fan favorite. Do some pool videos, and I also do some TCC challenges, stuff like that. We're about to get to an era of the game where we're going to be needing to create our own difficulty sometimes, but I think this channel will see a big rise of TCC challenges in the upcoming months. Anyway, it's time to wrap this bad boy up. He's in the red already, so we switched out Zidane for Twins. Used their burst effect, got their burst effect running, and as you can see, we could have just left Zidane in and would have taken a couple more turns, but we're here at the end, and I was ready to be done with it. As you can see, the summon phase has been saved this whole time, so we can just burn them down at the very end. Go ahead and pop that. Porom with her big damage. Here you go, boom. Look at that. Phenomenal. DPS Porom. And then the real true DPS gets dropped. Just dominating. Death Star's dead. The nodes are not long for this world. Shadow and Twins. Just putting them in a blender, man. This was a fun run. I enjoy this fight a little bit. It can be a little tricky if you, particularly the orb. The orb secondary condition just being +1 basically just keeps it going. So you really would like an evasion character here in most teams, but of course we've seen it with no evasion. But there it is. Another chapter of Grand Lethal written. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, join the fun, and see us on Mondays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the live stream. See you next time.